Subscribe to Automation Studio channel and press on bell icon for new video notifications.
Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Praveen and I welcome you on my channel Automation Studio. In this particular session, we are going to talk about the static content or static data. So let's see what is a static content. So if you will open or download any app, like most of the people are using Facebook, most of the people are using WhatsApp or some other application. So you might have seen in those particular application, few of the text or label are present on that particular application is not going to be changed. It remains fixed, like the branding of the application. Let's say WhatsApp, so WhatsApp branding. Or if you will move to some settings or some another menu, so those options will be remain same. Suppose I am downloading an application and I am going to the settings menu, so all the option will be same as if you will download the same application in your mobile and then you will go to the same menu like settings, then those particular whatever the option I am getting, the same option you will getting. So how to deal with the static data for the automation and what is the best approach we can use, so that in future if there is a maintenance, suppose WhatsApp has been acquired by some other company, so they are doing the again the different labeling, so we need to change it. So how to deal with that, so we are going to see in this lecture. So let's start with this. So I have opened Parties app in my iPhone 10. If you can see, I have iPhone 10 11.2 running on the desktop, and from the last videos I have picked it up, this Parties app. From the last videos we have learned how to download an open source native apps on the GitHub. After downloading it, how to build it and then install in the simulator and use as a native app. I will provide the link in the description box. So from there I have picked the Parties app, so you can get the link and the instruction in that particular video itself. Even I have video also how I have done that, so probably you will get it. I'm gonna refer those app whatever I have shown in the last videos, most of the apps, now the upcoming videos. So it's better if you will create and generate one of the app and you can use it. Okay, so we will discuss here what is static text over on the apps. So what do you mean by this static text? The static text means if you will open any app, what you will able to see, you are able to see a lot of data, right? The data in the form of pictures, data in the form of a text. Okay, but here we are going to talk about only text. Now text can be two types, one is static and one is dynamic. Okay, so what is static and what is dynamic? Static means logo or company name or application name. Okay, so these are static, means very rarely the company or application will change it, right? So those are static text. What is dynamic text? Dynamic text means the data or the content within the section or within the particular area. If you will see here, this is scroll list, right? So this data may be dynamic in the sense like it is coming from some third-party APIs, and on the hourly basis or on the per minute basis, timely basis, it's getting updated. So in the most of the apps, if you will see, like there are few apps where the updated content are there, like Facebook app. So if you will open your Facebook account or mobile app, so what you will see in the once you will go to home, then it will show the content of the new posts, right? So when anyone will post on the AFB, then it will refresh the list, right? So that means the content is dynamic. But what do you mean by the static content? Static content means let's say in this particular application, if you will go to settings, so here is the data you are able to see. So this is called as static data. That means it's not gonna change over here, it will be fixed. Okay, So the data which is fixed, that is not going to be changed, that is known as a static data. Okay, like for your FB account, if you will go to your settings or your profile, then you have defined your own data, right? So nobody is gonna change it. So for you it's a static data, because you once you have defined it, it's not gonna change until unless you will change it, right? Let's say your email ID. So email ID should be unique, right? So in the WhatsApp, if you are using the WhatsApp, your mobile number will be unique, right? So you can't change it. So it's become a static for you. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to automate, let's say this is screen. Okay, let's say I have a task, okay, where I have to automate this particular about screen. Okay, so how I will automate it, and what is the best way to automate it according to me. There may be some other ways also, but what I'm going to show you here, that could be the best way. So let's see how can we do that, okay, with the help of Eclipse. So here is my Eclipse, and in my Eclipse I have created the class static text test, which is extend with again the base test class. So how to create the base test class I have shown in my earlier videos. In most of the videos I'm going to see to use the base test class. So better you will go ahead and watch the base test class. So what base test class will do, it will launch my application, and after that this particular whatever the set of code I will write here, it will get executed. So let's run and let's see how does it work as of now. So see, the test case is getting start executing. It will wait for 5 seconds, and now it's launching the app as parties app. So here is the location for the app, if you can see here, the parties app. Okay, so let me run it again. Okay, that is started. Now let's see here. So see, my parties app gets open. Now it will wait for 5 seconds and then it will quit it, right? So this is what about the what I have done till here. Now what I will do, I will add here the steps. Okay, so my scenario is like that. I will click on this gear icon, I will validate all this text, okay, and then I will click on this close icon. That's it. So this is my simple scenario. So let me start my appium inspector, and through that let's find out all the elements. Okay, so our inspector is open. Okay, so I have just loaded this particular app in the appium inspector, and it's loaded like this. Okay, so what we are going to do here, our scenario is like that. Once our application is got launched, then we need to click over on this settings button. Then once we will come into this particular screen, then we need to just deal with this static text. Okay, whether we want to click or we want to just validate like the text is correct or not, whatever the thing is there, but just our purpose is like we need to deal with this text. Okay, and how we can manage this text in our script, we are going to see. So what is the first thing? First thing, we need to click here. So let me identify this locator. So let's expand it. This is the gear icon. The name is gear. Okay, once I will click on the gear icon, then I will come to this particular screen, right? Now I have to deal with these particular labels. So let me refresh this screen. Okay, it's got refreshed. Okay, so now let's see how many text are there. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So we have the 9 text or 9 label available on this screen. Okay, so we need to deal with this particular 9 labels or static text. Okay, the second thing, let's see one by one like the locator for these 9 labels. Okay, is there is any difference, or we need to use a unique strategy, locator strategy, or are these all the 9 labels are using the same locator strategy? Okay, Strategy means like ID, name, CSS path, whatever, X path, something like that. Okay. So let me click on about. So about is here. If you click on that, so here is name is about, correct? Let me find for feedback. So for the feedback, the name is feedback. Okay. And for the rate on the app store, the name is rate on there. So everywhere they are using the name. See, for the tutor name, for the feedback again name, for this one is also name, for this one is also name. So everywhere they are using the name. See, here is name and here is also a name, right? So all the locators having the name, if I will pass the name as this particular text, whatever we are able to see on the screen, then it will perform the action over on these particular labels, right? And let me identify this cross icon as well. So its name is stop. Okay. So let me quickly copy these names. Okay. So like name is equal to, for the stop, here is the stop name. Okay. So let me quickly copy to my Eclipse. Okay, so I have copied all the names here. Okay, how I have copied it? See, first is gear icon. I need to click so that I will navigate to about screen. Then on the about screen, I have this cross icon, right? So that is the cross icon. Now these are the 9 labels: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? From where I have copied? From here I have copied, like this. Let's say for rate on the App Store, from here, and just copy it. That's it. Copy it and paste over here like this. Okay, now we are gonna deal with this thing. So that's what we needed here. So let's close this. Now we don't want this. Okay, so let's close it. Let's minimize. Okay, now let's move to Eclipse. So now what we'll do, let's click on the first gear button, right? So appium dot find element by dot name, right? And what is the name for the, I need to perform the click operation, right? So let's copy this one because we are going to use it again and again. So what is the name? Name is gear, right? So let me type gear here. Okay, after that let me wait for 2 seconds. Okay, yeah, and then let me paste over here. After clicking on that gear icon, let me click on about. Okay, let me click on the about. Let me type here about. Okay, and after that, or rather than this, let me see about. What it will provide me is displayed, right? True or false, right? So let me put the if block. Okay, and let me put here SOP sys out and about is available. Okay, available. Okay, like this. Let me do it for everyone. Okay, so let me copy this. So I will explain you what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I have the 9 ones. Now I will do it for feedback. I will do it for this one. So let me quickly do it for everything. Okay, so all the 9 elements I have here. So what I am doing here, if this particular element found is displayed, means it's if it is available on the screen, then just print about is available. So similarly for the other 9 elements, if we are found on the screen using this particular locator strategy, then it will type this particular message, otherwise it won't type. So let's see how many of them we will be able to see. I should appium dot find element by dot name, and I should perform the click operation on what, on stop. Okay, so what is stop for? For the close icon, you remember on the top. Yeah, so let's run it and let's see how it will work. It's loaded now. It's clicked here. Okay, now it clicked on the close icon as well. Yep. Okay, let's close the app here and see how many of them are got printed. About printed 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so all the 9 texts are available here. Okay, so strategy works good, right? Now what we will do, we will create a package. Okay, I have created here as a constant. Okay, under this constant package, what I will do, I will create a class and I will say static constants. Okay, so let's do like this. And now there, it depends on you now. If you want to create only one class for constants, you can do that if your application is small. If your application is really big, then you can create one constant class for one screen. So what does it mean? I will explain you on the app now. So let me explain you what we are going to do here. So we are going to create one constant class where we will collect all the static text here only. Now I will explain you these things with on the app screens. Okay, so there are a couple of ways to do it. Okay, the one way is like you can keep all your constant in your single constant file if your app is very small. If your app is not small, it's very big, like the number of navigation is, you have the lot of, suppose you have lot of navigation screens in that. So what you can do, you can keep your constants screen wise. Let's say suppose this is a parties screen, so you can say parties constants. Suppose this is a settings screen, so you can say settings constant. Okay, but if your constants are not too much in quantity, so you can just say like whatever the app name, parties constant, that's it. And within that you can create some small classes, and within that you can define it. So let's say if I have to define it for the about, right? So I am assuming my parties app is a small app. Okay, now I am going to consolidate all the constant in only one file. So let's see how to do that. So I have static constants here. So what I will do, I will say public static, and the class name will be settings. Okay, and then I will create a inner class here. Okay, and now here I will consolidate all the constants. Okay, okay, now go here and just copy all these things over here. Okay, so now what we'll do, let me copy here and let me string about label. Okay, I'm going to say it's about label, and like this. Okay, and let me define in this way.
public static string about level, and it should be final because this static is not going to be changed. So let me do in this way. Okay, so let me copy here to here. Now let me do it for everyone. Okay, now let me say feed back label. Okay, and let me do that. Okay, like this. Now let me do it for others. So I have done with the all the conversion into the static final string. So like that I have done it. Now why I have created inner class over here? Okay, because I have to define it within a section. Okay, so it's very nice way to define it. So whenever you want to deal with only settings, so what you can do, you can just call static constants dot and then settings, and after that you can call like this variable. It's very simple, like under the static constants from which section it is this particular label is belongs to, it will be easy to identify. It belongs to the setting section. Okay, so like that. So this is a very nice way. If you want to deal with, let's say, home screen, so you can create public static class home, and within that here you can define it. Okay, and then for calling that you can say static constant dot home dot and the variable name. Like that you can manage it within a one single constant file. You can define the multiple screen constants. Okay, if you want you can create different constant class also. Okay, what we'll do, let's copy this class name and so this is a button, right? So button name can be changed, okay, by the developer. Now it's a gear. If they can in the future they can remove the name strategy also, right? So we are not going to change this one, but we are interested in the labeling, right? So labeling is start from here to here, right? So let's see for the name, right? So about is nothing but a string, right? So let's type this, then let's say settings and dot, and then what is about label, right? So about label. Okay, now from where it is coming? It is coming from here, right? It's pointing to the correct file, right? So let's do it for the rest of the thing. So here I have done with the changes. So I have called all the static labels here. So whatever the static variable we have defined here, I have used within this particular code. Okay, now let's run it and let's see whether it is helpful or not. So let's run it from here. Started running. Now it's started. We should click on gear icon. Yes, now it should validate and it should click on close button. Yep, it's did. Now it will close the app. Cool. Let's come here and let's see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Correct. So we have got it. So like that you can create the static strings or static content. Here how it will work. So why we have hard coded as a constant file, because if you are sure like these particular strings is not going to be changed, or this particular content is very in the rare form, it's going to be changed under the application, then this static content you can define as a string for the labels and as a static or final class, and you can use it like this. So it's very easy way. In future if something is changed, so I told you like the static contents means very rarely change. So if there is a rare change, you have to just deal with this particular file itself. Okay, and within this file also, if you have created sections like settings, home, and then if someone will say you, hey, I have changed the label and the settings for about to no more. Okay, so it's just come here and just type like no more like this and you are done, right? That's it. So it's very easy to handle here. So ultimately guys, you have to design your test script such a way so that it will be easy to maintain also. Okay, So we will learn also about the dynamic content. So how you can deal with the dynamic content. Dynamic content in the sense like it's not about the every launch your data is got changing. It's but your application is something like that. For different environment you have some different labels. Okay, so let's say for you have different clients. Let's say Lakme, or let's say Google, let's say like Microsoft. So for that, suppose settings is different for them. So how to handle them we will see also in the next lecture. So this is how you can deal it with, guys. That's it, guys. So for this lecture, but in another lecture what I will do, we will enhance this particular script in the form of by locators. Okay, with the help of this constant, static constant, what we will do, we will create the by element and we will pass over here. This is for now, and this is Praveen. I'm just signing off for this session, and I will meet you in next session. I will see you in next video. Okay, so this is the channel, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe it. If you have liked this video, so please like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends. I will see you in next video, guys. Bye bye, take care.